You know, I'm not really known as a finesse fisherman, but in today's fishing world, you need to know about every technique, because there's some situations when you get into that you got to be able to do everything. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about a drop shot, how I rig it up. And we're talking about a guy that's not, I don't think about every little finesse thing. I'm not worried about color quite as much. I'm not worried about, but I know how to rig a drop shot, and I know it's a great bait to catch a lot of fish. The hook I'm using here is an owner mosquito hook. This is an open hook, so I'm rigging it in an open hook situation where I'm not dealing with a lot of cover, more for vertical jigging. A lot of times in the winter, you can just put an open hook on there and nose hook your bait. So when I run this bait on here, I'm basically gonna run it hook up, and you look at that right there. So basically the hook is going to be standing up on the line. That's what I want. And so what I do is I tie just an everyday Palomar. And the only key is you want to keep a big tag in. So I'm pulling quite a bit of line out of here. And so then when I tie my Palomar, I'm going to tie it, run my hook in here. This is a number 2 owner. So I'm going to tighten it up. So I tighten it up, and then I take my tag in and I actually go through the eye of the hook, and then I pull it, and then I basically pull the knot into the eye. And so then the hook is going to be standing up all the time. And then to put your weight on here, this is a owner drop shot weight, 1/4 ounce. You can go with 1/8 ounce, you can go with 3/16, you can go with 1/4, you can go with heavier. The thing about it is you got to get the best for your situation. And so this weight sits on here extremely easily. I just grab the tag line, I pull it up into there, and so then it just basically sits right on there. And then for my bait, I'm using a Strike King Dream Shot. It's just a small little finesse worm. It's kind of flat on one side. This color right here is probably one of the most popular colors, Morning Dawn. And here's the worm right here. And so all I'm going to do with this worm is when I hook it, I'm just going to nose hook it from the flat side. I'm going to go through, and that's my drop shot right there. And so when I drop that thing down vertically right there, the weight's going to sit on the bottom, and I'm just going to sit there and jiggle it and shake it, jiggle it and shake it. And this right here will get you a lot of fish. To me, it's best used when you're fishing something where you know where a school of fish is, you know where a rock pile is, you know where a little drop off is, you can see them. A lot of guys talk about video games. I'll get on my Garmin electronics and I'll actually be looking down, sitting there jiggling, 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 shaking. A lot of times you can actually see the fish come over to the bait and bite the bait. The reason I can tell he's biting it is because I can see the weight on the bottom, and then I can see the worm up on top. It'll actually be on top of it. I'll do that with traditional sonar. Drop shot's a great way to catch a lot of fish. Even if you're not a finesse fisherman, you got to know how to tie it on.